today, my guest is Cynthia Azzam, and she is one of the amazing people that I know, and I've had the privilege to call a friend, and recently had the opportunity to celebrate her birthday. Cynthia, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I am very blessed to be here today.
I am really glad you're here. You know, this whole program is called Let's Talk, and it's about having conversations with ordinary, everyday, extraordinary people. And I feel you are
All right.
exactly one of those. And I'm glad to count you as a friend. Um, when I was coming up with the concept for this program, I was asking people, what is it that they bring to the world? And you stated it so eloquently when you said, you bring love and light to the space around you and the people that you touch. And I can really feel that. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
That has been confirmed to me from my clients.
Mhm.
When I've been doing what I do. I'm a massage therapist primarily. I do energy work as well. That's why I call myself a healer in some superficial way.
Right.
And the energy work at the beginning, I was never sure how is that affecting other people. Until now, almost 18 years later, when I've realized I've made an assessment, and it's like, I have so many of the same people that started out with me back in 2006. And they keep coming back and they have followed me different places. And I had to kind of analyze that a little bit. And I'm like, there's a reason. And I talk to them and I ask them, and they say, your touch is marvelous, or I feel great afterwards, or I've learned to feel energies. And if you can give someone this wonderful moment while they're there, when you're touching them, and they can go and sink in,
Right.
then that is, I think, a magnificent purpose to be able to do that and have people come and want that from you. And so if that's your purpose, then that's a good purpose.
And one of the things that I realize is in life, it's just those moments like you talked about, just those moments when somebody especially needs it, that can make the whole difference in their life, especially just on that day. And sometimes we just need to have a good day.
Yes.
Out of
Yeah.
all the things going on in the world today and all the challenges that people have, um, you know, I feel blessed because I have the opportunity to talk to people like you. There are people out there who are troubled, who are having issues and problems, who don't know what to do and don't have the opportunity of having somebody to talk to. So that is amazingly important. You and I were talking prior to this recording, and I said that how did you want to be introduced? And as we both kind of thought about it, I mean, when we do introductions, we're basically kind of defining what that person is and where they've been and come from. And I think that, people's story is so much more than that. I mean,
Yes.
we're a culmination of all the things that has happened to us. And, I know that you're a Lebanese American, am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you are a world traveler. You've
I
been
sure am.
all over the place. So being that, you have a perspective, on life, you have a perspective on people. I say that people in that situation have a higher level of awareness to where they can really kind of look at things from a different perspective, be more objective. What do you think about that?
I think you said it. It does take an awareness. I think a lot of people on the surface get wrapped up with just kind of the little superficial everyday stuff. And it's a lot of people make things about them. And so when you're dealing with other people, it's about them, how they're feeling, what are they going to say, how they look like, instead of looking, it's not about you. It's about what's around you. How are you affecting other people? How are they behaving? How are they reacting to what you're saying? And
Right.
having that awareness gives you a very different outlook on people and
Mhm.
different cultures and different places. And then you just are able to see the basics of everyone. And
Right.
that's what connects everyone together.
Right. We get to see how people are more alike than they are different.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody has emotions. Everybody feel pain. They feel joy. They feel happiness. Um, and the more that we are alike, the better we
We
can live
connect.
together, right? Versus trying to look for differences and those wedges that people put
Yes.
between themselves
Yes.
and each other. Um, I One of the things that I've had the opportunity to experience about you is that you have a close-knit family unit, from what I can see. You know, you're close to your daughters, you're close to your father. What do you think that has brought to your life? And for people out there, what kind of value do you put on that? I mean, how has that helped you be who you are?
With this question, my family is my two children. This is who I absolutely feel the closest to in this life, and I believe in other lives before that. The
Right,
connection that we have is so valuable to me. There is nothing I would trade for it. My parents weren't the best of parents. I mean, parents aren't perfect. There
right.
was no closeness. I had hardly any relationship with my mother. And
Hmm.
my father is doing the best he can, his idea of just provide.
Right,
And so, what I've missed from what I should have had as a child, I think I was able to learn, pick up from the world, and pour it all onto my two daughters.
right,
We're super close. So, what I've learned from all that is as as I've given birth to these children, I have always kept in mind these are human beings, they're individuals, that if I do my part right, I will be able to offer to the world two complete, wholesome, well balanced individuals. And
right.
Lord knows the world needs that.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
knowing that they are their own people, respecting them as their own persons, I think it has helped them very fast in their stage of development to become whole individuals and
Right,
not have dependencies, not have insecurities, not have needing mom's approval for anything. They just grew to be whole.
right.
And I think that, yeah, and that's what I feel is the most valuable.
Great.
That's why we're super close.
I really appreciate the fact that you are so frank about, what your family life is, about what your relationship with your parents were, and so on and so forth. So a lot of people would want to hide something like that and make it something different.
Yeah,
But it
it
is
is what
what
it
it
is.
is. It is what it is, you
It
know.
is what it is.
Um,
And I'm not unique in that respect,
right.
so,
That's the other thing
but
I
to let it affect you as an adult and carry that with you as a baggage from childhood. Oh, I had a bad childhood. Oh, my parents like this. That's why I'm like, no, you've got to get over that.
yeah,
You've got to put that aside.
you really do. And
Yeah, doesn't serve.
like I said, I appreciate you bringing that out. I mean, so many people come from so many backgrounds. So many people have had so many different challenges. But at the end of the day, when we get to be an adult and responsible for ourselves, we have to acknowledge the responsibility that we have to make some decisions,
Yes, yes.
to take our life where we will and where we want to.
To have accountability for everything we have
Right.
become.
And you have to make decisions. You have to make decisions. Uh, I had written a book some time ago called Chains on the Brain, which
Yes,
dealt with releasing self-imposed limits. And I made the point that uh, most of the beliefs that we have are not even ours. They were given to us.
right, right, right.
And
Exactly.
we
So
accept
true. Yes, so
them.
true.
Right.
Yes,
Even when they don't work for us, even when they cause us pain, even
yes.
though, when they cause us anxiety, we have latched on to them and said, okay, this is it.
And they've become part of our belief system.
Right. And what you
Yes.
believe, you will see.
Yes.
No, no matter what, if you believe somebody's bad, they will be bad, because you will
Correct.
just choose the evidence of that and discard anything good about them.
Correct.
Our life is made up of our thoughts, but we have to fully realize that there are thoughts outside of our thinking. And with that comes growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's kind of where I am. I think we should always be on a path of growth, and making things better for us, and by the same token, making things better in the world.
Yes.
I have a full appreciation for the healing that you do. I'm going to call it healing because, we can't call it that in a lot of arenas because we get sued, right? If we say we healed
But,
something, I have something.
but it really is, because you're dealing with mind, body, energy. You're healing from the
Right.
inside out.
And you're connecting. And not only are
Yes.
you connecting with them, you're helping them connect with who they really are and connect with, in my belief, the universe as a whole. And that's
Yes.
really the source of
Yes.
everything, whether
You
you
said
call
it.
it God or the universe or whatever, But I have also a true belief, even for those who are really religious or whatever, whether it's meditation or prayer or whatever, there are responsibilities of us. There's still actions you have to take. You can't just say, pray for this and sit back and wait for it to happen. If you got to be moving.
Right. You have to do something. Yes. Yes.
Right. I know that from what little I know of you, like I said, I know that you're a world traveler. I know that you do healing. I know that you're a creative. You are an amazing artist and photographer. And, I've really appreciated your work that I've seen. I think that, we can bring so much to the world
Yes.
in so many ways just by dropping knowledge and planting seeds. And I sincerely hope that, through this conversation, we're able to do some of that. What do you think? We spend a lot of time thinking about what we want to, or maybe not what we want to bring to the world, but basically kind of who we are. If we bring more of us and we bring the best us to the world, we're automatically making the world better. If nothing else, we're
Yes.
making it different. If there was something about life today that you could change with a snap of a finger, what would that be?
My life or the world in general?
Both.
My life is good the way it is. I don't
Right.
want to make a change.
Okay.
I've learned to find balance, and I'm finding that to be super valuable. So
Mhm.
that's kind of good where it is right now. There's
Right.
changes in the makings, and we're working on those.
Right.
But for the rest of the world, awareness, bring in awareness, bring in involvement, enlightenment. We are ready for that. I keep hearing, sometimes you hear all the time, oh, the world is going through this consciousness shift and all this, and those are
Right.
all like nice big words. But it's like, well, when is that supposed to happen? It's supposed to have started early in this millennial. And here we are 22 years later into the millennial, and I don't see a conscious shift
Mm,
towards the positive. And there may very well be. But
right.
when you're looking at, everyday stuff, it's like the world is ready for some enlightenment,
Right.
just some awareness. And I think it's a lot simpler than we think it is. If
Oh,
people could just drop those shields and just be more
yeah.
aware.
Life is very simple. It's just not easy.
Yeah, and well, a lot of it we complicate ourselves
Yeah,
too.
it's very simple. It's just not easy, just because of the programming that we've had up until now.
Yes,
You know,
yes, yes.
I was sitting up, I was watching something and talking to my daughter, and there was some show where this lady was saying, well, this lady said she didn't understand something. You know, there was a she had been brought up in a religious background, and now she was in a situation where she was around people who weren't as religious. And her question was, I don't understand how they can think like that. Or I don't understand what the problem is. And I told her that the problem is that she's been programmed to a
Yeah.
certain mindset her
Yeah.
whole life. And now she's outside of that, and
Right.
nothing registers, nothing computes anymore, you know, because there's no frame of reference for what she's experiencing. You know, so if you could talk to your 20-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
I tell her she did a great job, and it's because of who she was when she was 20. She is who she is today at 60.
Oh,
I think she did very well.
right.
She was a strong person. She was intelligent. She liked herself. She wasn't insecure. And I
Hmm.
think that's the woman that she is today.
Right. Good deal.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to
Mm.
opposite. They have a lot of regrets and
Yeah,
wish
I
I
have
would have done
zero
this.
regret.
There you go. Everything
Zero.
plays into making you who you are today.
Yeah. I believe it's all been planned and chosen, and I just came to fulfill my mission.
Okay.
Whatever happened was meant to happen.
So would you have any advice to give to somebody who didn't have your same experience or your same self-awareness at such an early age?
I would say shed the ego and just get in touch with your inner self. All the answers are on the inside.
There you
Meditate, think, and get in touch with you, your essence. It's about finding your essence. And the earlier you do it, the more grand you can be,
right.
the
And
more
there
fulfilled you can be.
there are a lot of people who have gotten to a more mature age who have still not found
Yeah, I think they're going to have to start over.
that. Got to catch it next lifetime.
They might have to do that again. Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I
And
understand.
it's okay, you know.
It's all okay. I think that we're all on the path. We're just at different locations.
Right.
People are a little
At
ahead of
different
us. Other
speeds.
people are a little behind us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, you know, it's just like some people take the long route. Some people get
Yeah.
there quicker. Uh,
True. True.
so I really believe that things are moving to a better place. I just think that the level of awareness being raised and us being more centered and us being more connected is what's going to get us there.
I agree 100%.
Okay.
I do agree.
So, what do you look forward to?
Well, I am entering the last phase of my life. So
Mhm.
I'm super excited. I am looking forward to, I guess, what people call the older years. You know, I just call them the better years. I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to starting something new,
Right,
slowly retiring, so to speak, and not doing the same job that I'm doing now, and
right,
just moving and experiencing new things and just living a different pace of life, being able to taste a lot more things that I do now. Now
right.
it's a little bit limited. It's confined to geographically being where I am, and
Mhm.
you know, having to work a couple more years. I'm very much looking forward to moving on to the future,
Right,
traveling more, living somewhere by the water, seeing different cultures, eating different foods, just
right.
being a different person.
Oh, you're talking about experiencing life. That is
Yes.
that is so wonderful because I think that at at certain ages, and maybe even some people who are younger, they are not even open to the possibilities. You know, they think they know it all and that this is
That would
it,
be so sad.
wouldn't it? It would
That
be
would be
terribly
sad.
sad, terribly
Yes.
sad.
I
Uh,
have a friend who's my age, and she says, I don't know, Cynthia. I admire how you have so much to look forward to. I feel like I've done it all. I don't have anything to look forward to. I find that to be very sad. I don't even entertain
right.
that thought. Yeah.
How can you have seen it all?
I have no idea. She's enough with where she is, with what she's
Right.
seen,
Okay. Yeah. So
but not
that's
in a content way. It comes from a, you know, it comes from a way like I just don't want to do more,
right.
and
Well,
that's
that's her
sad.
path. And I mean,
Yeah,
that's her path. And if that's what brings her joy and that what she feels that she's fulfilled in that, then, so be it.
I
So
guess.
be it. It's just not for Cynthia though, right?
No, Cynthia's not done yet. But she's not finished.
Right, right. Well, Cynthia, I have really enjoyed this conversation. I thank you so much for coming and talking to me.
The pleasure was mine. Thank
Um,
you.
I hope to see you back. Maybe we'll have a different topic where we kind of talk in spaces of being able to uh, impart some of that knowledge, to not as much give advice, but give some opinions
Right.
on some possibilities. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people suffering now. There's a lot of people who are stuck, and like I say, they don't have any place to go for encouragement. They don't have any place to go for new ideas, new possibilities. And I want this kind of conversation to be some of that, to let folks know that life ain't over till it's over, you know, and that
Very
you
true.
try to live every last second of it.
Absolutely.
I told somebody before, I said, I can tell you exactly how long you're going to live. Exactly, right down to the second, I can tell you how long you're going to live. And they say, well, what's that? I say, you're going to live until you die.
That's right. That's
So you
right.
can either get living or you can start dying. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's really up to
Yeah.
you. So
Stop wasting time. Yeah.
yeah, if people spend time on growing their mind and trying to create a healthy body to live in, that they can enjoy whatever years they have,
Yes.
is what's going to help them get there. So like I
Yeah.
say, Cynthia, I really, really appreciate you. And thank you for doing this today.
Thank
And
you.
we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Yes, we do. You
You,
have a great evening.
you have an amazing evening yourself. Bye.
Thank you.